Hey class, we're going to be talking about, just briefly, drawing architecture. For your next project, you're going to go outside in the world and draw something. Where you live, another building close by you that you find interesting. Could be your local Starbucks, downtown city hall, whatever is meeting your fancy. That's what you're going to pick to draw. And also, obviously, whatever you can get to as well. So, when you do this, I want you to think about it as an elevation sketch. This is a word that people use to talk about. Right down here, you can see somebody drawing the face of a building. So, I want you to sit square at the building you're drawing so it's facing at you, not at an angle like this, where you're at the corner and you have two sides like a cube, but one side like it's a square in front of you. Okay? Bad drawing there. It's hard to draw with the computer mouse. I hope you get the idea of that. So you need to be sitting or standing parallel to it, and your eyes, your sight will be perpendicular. So your body will be parallel, and you'll be looking at it perpendicular. 90 degrees. Why is it so important? Well, if you have your sketch started when your eye line of sight is not there, you're going to get it different and off and weird. So you want to just make sure you're facing it properly. You're going to still be doing proportional measuring just like you've been doing. This slide you've seen a few times. And I want you to watch those two videos I posted about it. There's one that's kind of more about the history of drawing the same place over and over again. It's pretty inspiring, from Andrew Wyeth. The other one talks about some techniques. Thinking about it as big shapes. This is Notre Dame in Paris. Well, it burned down unfortunately now, but this is how it used to look. It doesn't have to be formal architecture like that. It could be something more normal every day. But either way, it's the big shapes. This has a ton of detail in it, and this did have a ton of detail, but ultimately that's its shape. And here there's a lot of detail, right? But ultimately, we can break it down into a series of shapes, really, right? There's the bottom, there's the door. If you lay out those in the proper proportion, then it'll be much easier for you to get going and add the detail again, right? This is the blocking it out. And inside of these blocks, then you can go in and add and do your careful tracing the edge with your eye, line quality, right? If you knew that was where it was, then when you go in and do these careful lines, they're all in the right spot, correct? This is why I keep saying in my comments and things, trace the edge with your eye, slow down. Realism comes from these minute little changes. So if you block it out and you get the blocks in the right spots, then when you do the detail, you're not wasting your time because it's in the right spot. Okay? Thinking about last week, we were talking about our pencil being like a protractor or the clock face, that it can't poke through it, but it has to use it to like find angles. If you remember, we've been doing this sighting, and now we're adding this idea, finding the angles of access on objects, but also the angles of lines or edges, lines in the road, for example, or edges or trim. There's all kinds of things in the world we have to find angles on. You could do it on architecture for things like this, right? That would be an angle you could find. So we're going to keep on working with this idea. You could use the angles to find the general angle that you draw the arch inside of if you're drawing Notre Dame. There's a lot of ways to use this we've been talking about, so I don't want you to forget about these methods that we've been working with. But mostly, a lot of it's going to be happening through proportional measuring, just like we've been doing, and using your pencil in that grip right there. Oops. That grip we've been doing, the candle grip, some people call it, where you move and measure, and you're comparing things to your basic unit of measurement. It hasn't changed. That's going to be something we're begin doing for quite a bit of time in this class, because that's a lot of the basics of proportional measuring. Observational drawing is the sight, see, measure methods. We're just adding extra tools to our toolbox. This is really important. I think you got it from last week, but I just want to make sure you understand what I mean by this here. Angle of axis. What do I mean by that? The axis line could be like the center line down like the building, and the angle of it like a face or an eye or anything. If you get it accurate, it'll help you put those boxes in the right spots. Right? If you try to draw something like, say that, let's draw this. You have the Tower of Pisa right there, or this face. You have a box in it. If you try to draw the axis line like this, then your whole thing is going to be off the whole time by this much, right? By that many degrees. But if you realize that the whole box needs to be tilted, that it wouldn't work that way, that the whole face is like this, because the axis line is different, then it'll help you actually get it right. And so you can measure the angles of things even like that line up with each other is what I'm basically trying to say. And it's going to make your boxes and your blocking a lot more accurate. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, then please, please, please reach out to me. Okay? I want to help you guys. The other day, someone reached out to me on Pronto, and I was able to live stream with them. Sort of, there's a feature where I can actually like show you my screen live with a video, and then you can type back to me. So there's things we can do. I can also do that on Zoom, but I can show you through the camera. I can draw some stuff. We can do Zoom meetings. There's ways I can help you, but if you don't want to, if you don't reach out and ask for help or contact me, I can't help you. I can't figure out what you need. So please reach out. Hopefully you're doing well out there. I know the world is, a difficult place at times, but we're all in this together. Okay, take care.